I'll hand it over to Dr. John Reynolds to say a few words. Dr. Reynolds has been with us for I forget how many years now, and a very strong supporter of Euroasia, and I've asked him to share some of his experiences in terms of learning a second language, and perhaps give the rest of us some tips in terms of how you do it. Yeah, over to you, John.
Thank you, Ken. Buenas tardes. Guten Abend. Ni hao. Konnichiwa. Bonjour. Annyeonghaseyo. Namaste. Buongiorno. Salam alaikum. Dobry dzień. Goeiemiddag. Boa tarde. Salamat tangahari. Kia ora. G'day. Have I missed anyone out? So, danke Ken für deine Gelegenheit zu sprechen. Ich weiß, dass du Herr Rodney Hyde bevorzugen, aber das ist okay. Yeah. Vor 5 Jahren, danke schön. Vor 5 Jahren habe ich mich eine deutsche Klasse in Euroasia eingeschrieben. Ich reiste nach Europa und treffe einige Wanderer in Deutschland. Deshalb musste ich meine Deutsche üben. Die Klassen waren klein, machten die Lektion Spaß. Gracias, Ken, por la oportunidad de hablar. Si que tú prefieres, señor Hyde, pero eso está bien. Hace 5 años yo me matriculé en una clase alemán en Euroasia. Viajaba a Europa y encontré algunos parientes en alemán. Por lo tanto, debí practicar mi alemán. Las clases fueron pequeñas, las lecciones fueron divertidas. Thank you, Ken, for the opportunity to speak. I know you prefer, the last time I listened to a speech was by Rodney Hyde, who stood here. He walked in and there was a line of Spanish dancers, and he got up and he said, Buenos dias. But he couldn't come today. I think he's planning his next trip to Europe.
And that's why Rodney Hyde won't ever accept an invitation from us anymore, thanks to you.
Bitte schön, mein Herr. 5 years ago, I enrolled in a German class here at Euroasia. I was traveling to Germany to meet some of my relatives, and I needed to practice my German. The lessons were small, and the lessons were fun, and the trip to Germany was very successful. So, here we are. Now I have a son called Shane who lives in London, and he's been there for 4 years. And about 3 years ago, I had this conversation with him. Hi Shane, how are things going? Oh, good Dad, fine. Any news? Yes Dad. What? I have a new girlfriend. Oh, which part of England is she from? No Dad, she's not from England. Oh, Germany? I said, hopefully. No Dad, she's not from Germany. Where's she from? Chile. Chile. That's that long, thin country in South America. Yes, Dad. What language do they speak in Chile? Spanish, Dad. Oh, sí. Hola. That was the extent of my Spanish. Okay, is it serious? Oh, yes, Dad. Is she attractive? Very much so, Dad. So I went home and said to my wife, Shane's got a new girlfriend. Where's she from? Chile. Chile, said my wife. That's that long thing. Yeah, I know. A month later, I had another chat with him and he said, Dad, Claudia, that's his girlfriend, wants me to go to Santiago with her to visit the relatives. I could hear the fear in his voice. So I went home and said to my wife, I think Shane wants some backup in Santiago. She said, well, you need to learn Spanish. I said, oh, yeah, well, you know, as one does. So I said to Ken, I was halfway through my German class and thoroughly enjoying it, could I switch to Spanish? Ken said, are you mad? But I, you know, money crossed hands, changed hands, and I switched to Spanish and started to learn Spanish. So, there we go. So I rang my son and said, we're coming to Santiago. the relief in his voice you couldn't believe, because he realized he would be standing and he would be viewed by all these South Americans and he could hardly speak a word of Spanish. So, ich habe von deutscher Klasse zu Spanisch Klassen geändert, mit einem neuen Lehrer, José. Ein Mann mit warmen Lächeln und mehr Haar als mich. Cambia de alemán a español con un nuevo maestro José. Un hombre sonrisa tibia y más pelo que yo. So I changed from German to Spanish. And I met a new teacher, José, a man with a warm smile and more hair than me. Where is he? José.
Yeah.
José. Yeah, the proof is there. This time next month, virtually to the day, I shall be standing in Santiago at a wedding in front of a whole lot of Chileans.
Wedding? Oh, wow.
Yes, a wedding of my son to his fiancée. They're getting married this time next month. All these Spanish people will be looking at me and I will be stumbling through my wedding speech, which I'm determined to do in Spanish, to show that we in New Zealand are not a bunch of monolingual half-wits. So, I guess in a way, it's an opportunity to pay tribute to this language school, because I was not a linguistic scholar. I got 12% in school certificate French. 12%, 12 out of 100 in the big exam that we used to have to sit in the 5th form. What I like about this place is the classes are small, but we learn to speak the language the moment we walk in, and we get a chance to talk. And José's class and all the other teachers we've had, they're pleasant, they're friendly, they're very supportive. So for me, learning German and then Spanish was a very exciting adventure. I enjoyed it very much. It's not what I do for a living. I have never studied languages formally. I just enjoy it. So I certainly can thank you. I know you've been well paid for what you do, but even so, the quality is very good. And it means that people will keep coming back. So I would continue to recommend this wonderful little language school to any of you, and please recommend it to your friends. So in conclusion, let me say, Dankeschön, Euroasia. Muchas gracias, Euroasia. And to all meinen Freunden, mis amigos, fröhliche Weihnachten, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.